work out that way. However, that is our sole purpose and one of our, again, guiding principles. When your name is called, please come forward. First of all, letter of recognition. Sergeant Mike Munson, Officer Dan Tollefson, and Officer Craig Nollins, please step forward. January 9th of this year, these officers responded to a structure fire on Florence Street in the city of Hastings. While they were en route, additional information was that glass was breaking and screaming was coming from inside the apartment complex. On arrival, they broke into the front door by breaking out the windows, and without hesitation, even though flames were observed coming out of the second floor window, they went in. 3 doors were breached while they all walked through the complex searching for residents who might be inside. Fortunately, there were none. You searched the complex until smoke was so overwhelming they had to retreat. Deputy Chief Wilski reviewed your actions and recommended you receive a letter of recognition for going above and beyond and putting your safety at risk to ensure the structure was not occupied. Based on these facts and recommendations, you are deserving of a letter of recognition. Next, we'll give out the life-saving awards. Commander Brian Showalter. He didn't know this was coming. On May 8th, which was last week, at about 2:30 in the afternoon, officers were dispatched to a 15-year-old female who was on the west side of the bridge, the river bridge, wanting to jump. Showalter located her standing outside the barrier on the west edge. He started to talk to her, and she had called the dispatcher who was on the phone with dispatch. And he distracted her, and he started asking or telling her to tell the dispatcher what his name is so that she could say, "This officer is here." And because of all the noise, he kept saying, pretended that she couldn't hear him or he couldn't hear her. So he got closer and closer, and she was talking to the dispatcher, and this gave him an opportunity through a series of distractions to the point where he was able to get close enough. He grabbed her and threw her back against the barrier and held her down until help could arrive. We compliment or recognize the dispatcher as well for keeping the person occupied on the phone, but at the same time, Commander Showalter was out on the edge on an unprotected side of the bridge, rescuing a female who was threatening to jump. So with that, he is deserving of the life-saving award. Mike Schmitz.
Sweet.
Okay. Mike Schmitz, our K-9 officer. I'm just going to read this. He couldn't be here. I think he had a family engagement tonight. On April 12th of this year, Officer Schmitz was dispatched to a call for service involving a possible suicide male. Based on prior contacts, dispatch located the likely address for this person. Officer Schmitz drove to the address and found all the shades of the residence had been pulled, with loud music coming from inside. Officer Schmitz knocked on the door numerous times and received no response. Schmitz was able to see inside the residence through a stained glass window near the front door, where he saw a suicidal person actively working to form a noose to put around his own neck. Officer Schmitz continued to knock on the door and yell at the person as he quickly tried to make a noose for himself. Officer Schmitz began trying to breach the door. The person was so concerned about the door being broken down that he actually opened the door for Officer Schmitz. His intervention may have saved a person's life who was in crisis that day. So with that, Officer Schmitz is deserving of the life-saving award. Officer Tollefson, Officer Murr, Officer Nowlery. On March 14th of this year, shortly before 5 p.m., Hastings Police, along with Dakota County Sheriff's deputies, Minnesota DNR officers, State Patrol, Cottage Grove Fire were dispatched to the Mississippi River Bridge, again on a reported suicidal